Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Gist with Faithful. It's a platform where I share faith-based content that are targeted towards transforming lives, making us better individuals, and I believe at the end of the day, we make the world a better place with how better we are as individuals. Some of these content are from lessons I learned from the Bible. Some are Holy Spirit inspired. Some are from my personal experiences. Some salient mistakes or some salient knowledge I have acquired on my few years on planet Earth. So you're welcome. Please do well to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your loved ones. And let's get into it. Title today's topic: Don't run back to Egypt because the journey to Canaan looks a bit rough. Don't run back to Egypt simply because the journey to Canaan looks kind of rough. Now, let me give you a background story. In the Bible, there was the story of how the children of Israel moved to Egypt because Joseph was there after then, and but years and years and years later, after the death of Joseph, after kings and kings have changed, so to a large extent, the reason why they were there became obsolete, and the Egyptians they got jealous of the Israelites because they were flourishing, they were prospering, and long story short, they became more or less like slaves in the land of Egypt. And they desired, they prayed, they cried, they wanted God to help them come out from that. I was able to connect it to certain things in life where we are in certain rough situations, certain rough circumstances, wrong job, jobs we don't like, wrong relationship, wrong environment. You've been in these things for long, and God in his infinite mercy, like he did for the children of Israel, brings you out of it. But one thing the children of Israel failed to understand was struggles. They had limitations, they had challenges, but because they could still meet up their daily living, because they could see it, it's just like you not liking the job you are doing at the moment, but it pays the bills, or I am sure of the bills. You may not want to have that drive to leave that thing and go into the unknown. So now God created a picture, a very beautiful picture of what the future will be for them. They were open-hearted enough to accept it, and they followed Moses, their leader, for a trip to go to Canaan land. Canaan land was the promised land that God told them about. But the minute they crossed, I'm trying to cut the stories so that I can get to the main point I want to make. The minute they crossed the Red Sea, they were free from the Egyptians. Now it is like, let us just walk. We are walking to our destination. They now realize, wow, we are in the wilderness. There is no consistent food. There is no good shelter. There is no, I can just go to the farm and pluck this. They started complaining. The complaining got so bad that you would even not believe they were the same people who prayed to God for God to take them out of Egypt. They were the same people who trusted so much for God to deliver them from Egypt. When I was reading that part, to be honest, the Holy Spirit made me understand that the same thing happens to us as individuals, because you are stepping into a new ground. You are stepping into a new job. You are stepping into a new relationship, which is healthy, but because you have stayed in an unhealthy one for a very long time, you may even start fighting some of the new concept this person is bringing. Now, let me make a more broader example with a job. If I had a job where my pay wasn't so good, but it wasn't that taxing, it wasn't that stressful, it was just there. I go, I close, I come back. I go, I close, I come back. No big deal, just the routine. I know I am mentally tired of that. I have fervently prayed to God now. He has opened the door for a better job for me. But don't forget, this better job comes with other responsibilities. This better job comes with other expectations. This better job is something to a large extent that will push me out of my comfort zone. Where we may now start complaining is because I'm so used to being in my comfort zone, having the routine. If I'm not careful, I may start seeing that job as a stressor. I may start seeing that job as, what's all this? I would have just stayed where I am. I would have, you start complaining. Same thing applies to you leaving a particular environment to a new environment. Same thing applies to leaving a particular relationship that you know wasn't so good for you. Now you are now with somebody who is trying to hold you accountable, is trying to build integrity in you, is trying to help you save, trying to help you, just showing you another aspect which you are not used to. If you're not careful, there will be that subconscious desire to want to go back to what you know, to want to go back to what you are used to. This is stressful. I would have just stayed where I was. I would have just after all, nobody was chasing me out of there. Because that was one of the statements that the children of Israel made. See, so Moses, the Egyptians, they did not ask us to leave. We are the one that desired to leave because we felt we were unjustly treated. Your desire to feel my pay is not good enough, I need a higher pay, you get, can make you push yourself, apply for a new job. But that same new job you're applying for, if you don't carry the presence of God with you in it, you may start feeling overwhelmed, start feeling exhausted, start feeling extremely tired, and if you're not careful, you start complaining, I would have stayed in my previous job. So please and please and please, no matter the stress, the new shift you are facing right now, because we all desire a new level of shift, a new level of progress, a new level of advancement from God. No matter the stretching, I really don't want to call it stress. It's stretching you, it's molding you, it's bringing out a different part of you, a new you. No matter what that thing is bringing out of you, don't, because of the extra effort, make you wish to go back to Canaan, to Egypt. Don't wish to feel, I would have just stayed where I was. I would have just been there. Or it may even be education. You may say, you know what, I want to go back to school, and you now start school, you then realized, man, this thing is stressful, the demand is high, the pressure is there, everything may just come so calling at you that if you're not careful, you may start wishing, I would have just, why am I doing it? Why did I even start? What am I even doing here? Well, I would have just stayed in. Nobody said I should go to school. Nobody said I should go and look for a new job. I would have just been where I was. What I feel is best to do is ask for grace. Ask God for grace. Ask Him for grace. Because that which you are aspiring to get, or where you are desiring to go to, is definitely better than where you are now. It's definitely more of advantage. But the process to get there may come a bit out of what you are used to, may shift you somehow from your comfort zone. That's where you now ask for God to give you grace. Ask for Him to give you wisdom to navigate it. Ask for Him to give you strength to stay tough to the end, not desiring to go back. I love to make my videos open so that you can connect with it to different area of your life, because this same concept is applicable to different areas. It can be in your home, it can be in your job, it can be in your business, it can be with your education, it can be with your new environment you have moved to. Whatever the situation is, don't get frustrated about the changes you are seeing. Don't get frustrated about the growth that is, about the pressure the current growth is putting on you. Instead, ask God for grace, ask God for strength, ask God for wisdom to push yourself up there. Because every new level would never accept the old you. Every new level would never leave you the way you were. It will always project you upwards. But sometimes in that projection, we are faced with things we don't know before. We are faced with tasks we've not handled before. We are faced with expectations that we don't know how to meet up to, and we can get overwhelmed by it and sometimes wish I would have just stayed where I was. Where I was comfortable. It was okay. And you end up limiting yourself. So please and please don't do that to yourself. I hope this has been a source of encouragement to you. I want you to know that no matter what you're dealing with, no matter what you're struggling with, no matter what you are going through, you're not the first and you won't be the last. You will overcome. What did I say? You will overcome. I'll see you in my next video. Have a wonderful one. Bye bye.